Welcome to my show, Copas Chez Gabriel, numero 3, baby. Very, very exciting. I'm starting to crank them out, and it's cool. All right, tonight we are going to discuss the work of Martijn. I believe it's Martijn, because he is Dutch. And I just did some Googling, and seems to be how you pronounce this name in Dutch, Martijn, okay? Maybe I'm an imbecile. Martijn Doolaard, something like this. Martijn Doolaard is a photographer, filmmaker, and travel writer from the Netherlands. He finished 2 long-distance bicycle journeys from Amsterdam to Singapore and Vancouver to Patagonia. That is unbelievable. Currently, he is renovating and living in a remote stone cabin in the Italian Alps. Oh my God, I want to be this guy. Currently, he is renovating and living in a remote stone cabin in the Italian Alps. You must be kidding me. Anyway, I came across this guy's work while I was looking at some YouTube design home architecture videos, which is the majority of what I watch on YouTube. And I have become completely enamored with his life and with his portrayal of what he has been up to. One of my videos that has had the greatest reception is my commentary on Sam Ukillis, my critique of Sam Ukillis' work. Sam Ukillis is a photographer and now sort of short filmmaker, videographer based in New York City, from New York City. And this guy sort of has a bit of a Sam Ukillis air to him. Martijn Doolaard is sort of a mix between Casey Neistat, the hands-on, the handyman, the craftsman air of Casey Neistat and the filmmaking, and then the stunning cinematic eye of Sam Ukillis. He's kind of these two men in one, which is really, really cool. So I've been really, really impressed with his work. Basically, I've been watching this guy's videos on YouTube, and I've been absolutely shocked, seriously shocked by the quality of his filmmaking, the quality of his cinematography. It's been seriously stunning. And if you are a filmmaker, or photographer, or you've been maybe thinking about a home improvement project, or renovating some cabin, or moving into a van, or whatever your heart desires, I think this guy is a great follow. And if you're a biker, we're gonna first get into. Let's start with his bike journeys, which are remarkable, and then we'll get into his recent projects in the Italian Alps, which has just been my favorite thing to watch lately. Let's start off with Year on a Bike.
I had a very rough idea of the complete route, but you can't plan it in detail ahead. It's just impossible because it's simply too much. I knew I had destinations like the Salt Lake in Bolivia was on the list. I knew about a mountain bike route in Ecuador. Those were things that were on my list, so I knew it would need to be on the Pacific side of both of the continents.
So quick note here, this guy has absolutely inspired me. I think I'm sort of predisposed to undertake a version of this journey. I'm not a bona fide adventurer the way that some of these guys are. Yeah, this is the kind of guy who does this is the kind of guy who sails the Atlantic by himself. It's that kind of guy. You know what I'm saying? Which I would not do because I would die. But I would. I actually would. I actually think I could do this. I think I could do this. There's a higher chance of me doing this than me renovating my own cabin in the Italian Alps, only because I know how to ride a bike and I do not know how to use a hammer. That's kind of a joke, but I'm seriously incapable in those typically masculine domains. I think Casey Neistat had some quote in one of his videos where it was like, there's 2 kinds of men in the world, men who can make things with their hands and everybody else. And damn it, I am on this side of the camp. I can't do anything with tools. But I can ride a bike. I can speak a bit of Spanish. So this route right here would be increíble. Luego, México, me encanta el país. México es enorme y tiene muchísimo que ver. Guadalajara, tengo un amigo de Guadalajara. me han dicho muy buenas cosas, cerca de la Ciudad de México, me encantó. La Ciudad de México, si nunca has estado, la Ciudad de México es la segunda ciudad con más encanto que he visitado en mi vida. He pasado un par de días, en mi vida en total, una semana, 2 semanas en París. En la Ciudad de México también pasé dos semanas. Están así, ¿eh? París y la Ciudad de México, increíbles, con un encanto que no he visto en ningún otro lugar del mundo. Impresionantes. Si nunca has estado en la Ciudad de México, te los recomiendo. I can't recommend it enough. Me asombró. A ver, ¿qué más? Ecuador, Perú, chaval. La comida peruana, oh my god. My god, it's so good. It's so good. It's so good. Lomo saltado, god, it's good. Me encanta esa comida. Pues Perú, Chile, Argentina. O sea, para mí sería genial hablar un poco el español, hacer amigos. Habrá unos paisajes impresionantes por todos estos países. In the meantime, this guy also has me thinking to maybe do hacer el camino de Santiago de Compostela. Pero ahora, después de ver sus vídeos, ahora me está llamando la atención. Algún día, dentro de un par de años, haré el Camino de Santiago. Y lo grabaría para publicar, para hacer un vídeo, para hacer un corto, tipo Martijn Doolaard.
And it was crazy because it was nothing like I've ever experienced before. Because in the distance you could hear the rumble. It was just like a fireworks show, very far away. You could see the lightning and the thunder. And it was everywhere around me. And slowly it closed into me. And I was in this flat desert. There was nothing there, just me and my bike and my little tent. It's just pretty scary night. I mean, the desert, it's a really beautiful place, far from anything, but there's thunder going on. I don't know if you can see it. Look at that. And it's kind of all around me, the horizon.
Oof, God, that would be really scary though, wouldn't it? All alone. Beautiful visual though. A lone hiker lit red in a black field. Thunder in the distance. Inky clouds overhead.
Look at that.
God, that thunder is creepy, man. Wow. Also find this quite nice. Must be miserable. I've biked in the rain before. It's pretty miserable. But in terms of the aesthetic value, you've got this great outline, this beautiful outline of his head and his shoulders. It's really nice. The ridgeline of the trees, kind of blues and grays and blacks. It's really pretty. And then you have the atmospheric element of the rain. That's why I love the rain. It's part of the reason it really is part of the reason that I, on top of being more into snow and mountains than like beach and sun, I really do crave this sort of moody weather and the change of the seasons and the atmospheric sort of environment. I really, really like it. This sort of Amsterdam, Paris, Berlin, Seattle, New York, Montreal, Galicia, it's got this ambiance that you don't get if you're just, in perfect LA, or if you're in Nice in France or whatever. I need it. I need this sort of the brooding weather and the snow and the sleet and the rain and the fog, and it's really inspiring. It's really inspiring, and it really speaks to me.
I don't like this. No. I'm gonna stick my see if you can see something. How does that look? All right. The one solution here. Go drinking.
Great shot at the beach here. It's that blue hour, that twilight. It's so alluring. It's so intriguing. Pretty great. He got some pretty fantastic visuals in Guatemala, which he says surprised him. He said the variety of the landscapes was very impressive.
At 4,000 meter, we camped, and but we didn't see much of it.
How good is that? A couple silhouettes in a campsite. This is beautiful. This is Joaquin Serolla-esque. This is really nice, really nice. Below this patched and torn tent covering, two figures huddled by the fire, sipping black coffee and warm frijoles and, roasting corn by the fire. Fog in the distance. Really, really pretty, really pretty, really nice. This is one of his, this might be one of his standout. This is what I'm talking about. He has a great eye for composition, really great eye for composition. Great shapes here. Negative space, great shapes.
A few days later, I hiked up another volcano a bit further down south, which is called Volcan Pacaya, lesser known. But again, it was rain season, so I was in the clouds. I started a hike very early morning. There's a dog following me.
I mean, come on, this is feature film. This is beautiful, really, really beautiful. Let's go back to this. Let's go back to this opening shot. How good is this? Yeesh. Smoky, bluish, greenish, grayish terrain. Beautiful, really, really nice, really nice. Can you imagine two little silhouettes on the hill? Someone smoking a pipe or huddling by a fire. Feature film.
I had trouble with mine showing like condensation on the inside. I was just getting in trouble with my electronics.
So he says here that it was so rainy in Nicaragua, Panama, and Costa Rica that he kind of rushed through it. It looked pretty miserable, and he was getting some difficulties with his camera equipment. His camera equipment was starting to fail because there was so much condensation. The silver lining, ruining a camera there's no silver lining to ruining a camera, but this is, he is, because of this inner condensation inside the lens and around the lens, it's giving this really cool atmospheric glow and this really murky haze that is clouding the entire picture. It's making it look like a painting. It's really, really beautiful.
It started so early this morning. Got up at 5, cycled.
I mean, look at the colors. Look at the colors and the luminance and the reflections. It's really, really nice. It's what is this guy's name? Caravaggio. The shadows and the light and the highlights on the forehead and the shadows. Really, it's perfectly lit. It's perfectly lit. This frame.
6, 7, and I thought it would be straight right now, but it's not. There's so much rain. This is the rainforest in rain season. So tired. And not only that, like the thunderstorms also there, very different than the one in Nevada, which was a dry thunderstorm with not so much rain. Actually, no rain at all. But here there was so much rain, and the lightning getting so close, very close.
How's that for a shot? Watch that again.
And the lightning getting so, but here there was so much rain, and the lightning getting so close, very close.
God, this guy's really inspiring me. That guy's really inspiring me to do this journey. Porque no solamente es andar en bici, ¿sabes? También está quedándose con personas, está haciendo amigos, está contando historias, está grabando cosas en el centro de las ciudades, en la arquitectura, la gente, pues la cultura, ¿no? Me parece muy guay y me gustaría hacerlo. Y la idea sería quedar con, ¿sabes? Artistas, artesanos, cafeteros, hacer entrevistas, imagínate las grabaciones que podría hacer en un taller, en una finca, en una iglesia, muy guay. El estilo antiguo de la arquitectura y impresionante. El bosque y el atardecer y el amanecer y la lluvia y la... No puedo imaginar en la... Tendré que dar un paseo por ahí. Colombia, Chile, sobre todo en el otoño y en el invierno también. Porque como me encanta la nieve, sería no puedo imaginar. Un poco de nieve ver la nieve en Chile, en Bogotá, en Colombia, yo estaría súper contento. Come on, I mean, look at this light. Look at this light. I'm such a poser that this is what I'm thinking about right now. When I do a little video, when I make my own documentary in Santiago, haciendo el camino a Santiago, o haciendo un viaje en bici, voy a pensar en el color de mi ropa y cómo va a aparecer en el verde y el azul y las naranjas de la montaña y la finca y de la hierba y del paisaje, los verdes y azules y marrones. A lo mejor una chaqueta, no sé, dorada o algo, ¿sabes? Algo guay. Para destacar, pero que sea coherente con el estilo en general, con el... how do you say color palette? That's a good question. Paleta, con la paleta del paisaje. Algo poético esa frase. Quiero llevar una chaqueta dorada para que sea coherente con la paleta del paisaje. No está mal. Come on. How sweet is this? Oh, that is seriously beautiful. I'm going to have to do this. All right, so there you have it. Those are some of my favorite shots from his trips on his bike, which I am now really seriously thinking I might have to do at some point. I mean, it's like I've got the Spanish, you know what I mean? I've got the Spanish, which just makes the whole trip that much more enticing. You know, I can make some serious. It'd be a really powerful experience. It'd be really, really powerful. It'd be really meaningful. I might have to do it. Anyway, let's get into his journey as a homeowner in the Italian Alps. So it's very, very exciting. And he actually speaks about how he kind of came to own the property. Why don't we go to that first?
But I found some amazing places there. I was almost going to buy one place on top of the hill, also the last house on the hill with an amazing view. It was so good and very quiet. Now you could see very far over Lake Como. And on one side, and on the other side, you could look in the Sondrio Valley. It was so gorgeous, and there were sheep there, so you'd hear the sheep bells, and there were horses and other animals. And this place was a ruin, so it really needed to be built up from the ground, in between two very large trees at 1100 meters. So I was sold, you know. I had a meeting with the real estate agent.
So that place is obviously spectacular. He gets into how, as he crunches the numbers, it just becomes increasingly unfeasible. Just getting the building supplies up there alone, I think he says you need a helicopter. You need a helicopter to bring up a crane or wood or just everything. Everything has to come from super far away, and it just costs so much money to get it up there. So he just knew it couldn't work. But that place is unbelievable. Can you imagine? Can you seriously? I can't even imagine having an dinner with your friends and family at dusk, candle lit, looking out over Lake Como that far. God. Everyone dressed in wool sweaters and polos and tweed and boots and shoes and scarves and beanies. It's a campaign waiting to happen. It's unbelievable. God. Seriously amazing. So, all that said and done, let's get into the place that he actually purchases, which is, I believe it's his most viewed video to date. Yeah, it must be. Yeah, it's definitely his most viewed video. Almost 3 million views, this video. So it says, number 1, first days at my cabin in the Italian Alps. So he's filmed this 4 months ago. It's really impressive. That's why I bring up Casey Neistat, because his dedication and his discipline is seriously impressive. He's not only doing all the work, he's literally cutting and sawing and building and hammering and doing all of this rep work, doing all of this reno work in the Alps in the middle of nowhere, and then he's also filming it all and then editing it all and then uploading it all, and he's doing it day after day. It's seriously impressive. I mean, he must be absolutely shattered at the end of the day. So like I said, we are going to dissect some of his cinematography because it is truly remarkable. Sorry to interrupt. I mean, all of it, the sound design, all of it is so good.
Hey guys, welcome to this channel. My name is Martijn Doolaard, and this is the first day. Guys, welcome to this channel. My name is Martijn Doolaard, and this is the first day.
Oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. I've got his name completely wrong. I've totally butchered his name. God damn it, that's embarrassing because I have a relatively unusual name, and that'd be annoying if someone butchered my name.
Welcome to this channel. My name is Martijn Doolaard.
Martijn Doolaard. Sorry about that, man. I'm sorry. I looked it up. I looked up how to say your name, and someone completely led me astray. Let's listen to that one more time.
Hey guys, welcome to this channel. My name is Martijn Doolaard.
Wow. He's saying P, right? He's saying Martijn. Martijn. His name is spelled M-A. Wow, that is quite the name. Anyway, sorry about that, man. I tried my best. What can you do?
And this is the first day into my new adventure, which is building a homestead in the Italian Alps. Signed the documents yesterday, I've got the keys, and here I am. But that's it's very basic. So there's a lot to be done, but that's why I bought this. I didn't want to buy a house to simply just live in there.
Yes, sir, Martijn. Yes, sir. Very, very nice. Really striking shape. He's a great, great perception for shape, for form, for silhouette. Really, really nice. How sweet is this? Slicing open some bread in the soft light of an open wooden door. His use of light and shadow is Rembrandtian. It's reminiscent of the way that Rembrandt's created intrigue with his portraits. And this is why I love this is why I love European culture. Everything's so dainty and adorable, isn't it? Look at this little coffee cup. It's so cute. All right, so here we have some nighttime footage coming up. His footage at night is really, really cool. Have a look at this.
We'll see.
Oh, God, man. I love it. I love it. I really don't know. I don't really know. I don't have much to say. It's just like, look, look at how good this looks. It's visually, just visually poetic. It's visual poetry, what this guy makes. I mean, come on, man. How sweet is that? Having a little lamp-lit dinner with a bottle of wine and a loaf of bread at your wooden table in the middle of your dilapidated Italian Alps barn. Unbelievable. Straight out of a book. I'm actually realizing unconsciously, I've done this before, after you absorb the work of a really good artist. I did this with Sam Ukillis. After I made the Sam Ukillis video, I sort of unconsciously used a lot of his silhouette techniques in a creative project that I published soon after doing the Sam Ukillis video. Same with this guy. I've been watching so much of this guy's work that in a recent video I did about Madrid y la cultura y las movidas artísticas de Madrid, grabé una toma muy parecida a esta, con mi cuerpo, con mi silueta, con una lámpara naranja como escondida detrás de mi hombro, muy parecida. Y salió muy bien, muy interesante, con mucho encanto, mucha... How do you say intrigue? This shot coming up was one of the key shots that made me think I need to talk about this guy. I mean, it's visually captivating because you don't really know what you're looking at. you're sort of finding out what you're looking at as he is navigating the scene. It's really immersive. It's really immersive. I can't really see where he's going until he is literally in the act of passing these bushes and these boundaries and these obstacles. It's really immersive. I'm watching I'm seeing the environment at the exact same time he is. It's really, really cool. Really, really cool. I feel like you don't see that much. I feel like most every photo you take, most every photo you see, bam, here's the entire environment. Here's the whole thing. Hold some of that detail back. I think that's part of the reason that this guy reminds me of Samu Killis is because he holds back information. He's holding back detail. He's holding back info in the shadows. I think that's what really talented photographers do. They don't give you all the info. They make you, I wonder what's over there. I wonder what he's hiding. I wonder what could be back there. Actually, one of the key artistic principles I want to bring up with this guy, when I was getting into, like a year or two ago, I was sort of out of school, looking at what's my next step, right? What am I passionate about? What can I do that is a creative path? And I was briefly considering video game design. What's it called? Architectural environment design, something like that. Games like Uncharted 4, really immersive, The Last of Us, really immersive games. They need designers to make these sort of the architectural environments where players play and feel immersed. These sort of ruins and cathedrals and overgrown jungles and apocalyptic cityscapes. This kind of stuff is really cool because I love architecture. I love lighting. I love cinematic visuals. So I was like, all right, this could be a good path. So I was doing a bit of research and I ended up buying this one book that this guy recommended called Color and Light, or Color and Light, I think. And it talked about how painters historically, right? Painters had a couple of key techniques that they would use to create, to portray light within the canvas. Okay, so there's of course a visible light source, right? When I take this candle over here, you see, right? What is lighting me is visible in the frame, right? This light source is visible, right? So you can see exactly what is lighting my face right now. Now, what this guy Barta, his name is difficult to say. I'm sorry about that. Barta and Euclid and other great painters and photographers, they hide the light source. Which it creates a visual intrigue when you hide the light source behind an object, right, behind a thing. Let's see if I can pull this back. All right, let's say I'm hiding it behind this bottle of wine. I mean, even that is there's a certain, I can't tell, I don't know what the camera's filming, but there's a certain visual intrigue there, where you're sort of getting some of the glistening of the bottle and you see? So you can apply these principles to the way that you decorate your house. I mean, simply by hiding a lamp behind a plant or hiding the lamp behind the sofa, hiding your light sources, it creates an ambiance, it creates a visual intrigue that is really appealing. And he does this, and it's a really, really cool artistic principle that I've adopted and has really added an intrigue to my work. So I really recommend it. Whether you're decorating whether you're lighting your living room to entertain people, to host people, or whether you're filming a video, it's hiding the light source, creating kind of questions about where, what parts of the face and what parts of the scene look like. It's really, really cool. And the audience is immediately drawn. So good. It's so good. The outline of the plants and it's so good. First video down, on to the next. This is starting the works, visit from the surveyor, and lunch with the priest. I like his video titles too. Starting the works, visit from the surveyor, and lunch with the priest. I must admit that's also part of the appeal for me. There's a certain sartorial elements to the videos as well, where it's nice. It's fun to see the thick sweaters and the yellow beanie and the chocolate brown corduroys. It's cool. It gives it all a bit of texture and a sort of elegance. I like that part of it too. I mean, that's half the reason you buy a place like this, right? I'm already fantasizing about what kind of fits I'm gonna wear when I'm posted up drinking my little espresso in the beautiful sunlit mornings on my terrace. Okay, cardigan, yeah. All right, but I'm pronouncing his name progressively worse. That might have something to do with the wine intake. But all right. But I'm loving the thick little cardigan here. Very sexy. Blue cardigan, chocolate brown corduroys, mustard yellow beanie. Count me in. I'm there. Tell me what time to get there and I'll be there. All right, number 3, climbing Vandalino, finishing the solar, and visiting a local art collector. God, man, blue hour, twilight hour. I feel like we talk so much about golden hour, sunset, but I feel like it really is that. It might be that 15, 30-minute window after the sun is down, when that might be even more special. That might have more artistic value. Number 4, the most beautiful day in fall. Pretty cute the way this video starts. Every day for the past week, I thought this must be the most beautiful day, but I was wrong. It was today. Pretty nice with the drone too, this guy. I didn't mention his color grading is pretty exceptional. We the fans, we need that Martijn Doolaard that LUT pack, baby. we need those edits. I need to be able to slap on a LUT that gives me your flavors. Yeah, I mean it's just shots like this. There's such a sense of place. Everything just feels heavy and thick, and you can smell it, you can feel it. It's the corduroy and the cardigan and the gloves and the stones and the brick and the dirt and the air and the flowers and the leaves. It's just heavy. At the same time, it's light. I don't know. It's kind of it's got a dichotomy to it. It's nice. But Martijn, we need a ID on the cardigan, baby. This cardigan is nice. Ooh, I wish he hadn't. He sped up this footage, so I can't do anything about it. But I really like this light here. Look how good this is. This light and shadow. baby. Number 6, winter has arrived. Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh, something about the snow in the mountains in winter, it's seriously irresistible for me. It's my most ideal state of happiness. It has to do with winter and snow. Oh my God. All right, this must be top 5. Must be top 5, could be top 3 shots in this entire series. You ready for this? Check it out. Come on. Seriously, I'm telling you. This guy is building a cabin in the mountains from the ground up and filming it on the side, and he's getting better visuals than directors with $300 million budgets. No exaggeration. The little plumes of smoke and the fried edges of his jeans and his jacket. God, it's so good. The shot is seriously beautiful. Seriously beautiful. I would frame this. God damn. Just his shape, his arachnid almost. The way he sort of contorted his body is interesting too. It's too good. It's seriously too good. God. It's actually amazing.
Clearing this out, there's a lot of dust and grass and soil on the ground floor, so I have to clear that out. I think I'm trying to win a bit.
I feel like that's what I don't know much about Kurosawa, Japanese director, but I think part of his thing was always having this sort of ambiance. I think his thing, he had a big focus on movement, motion, and also and weather. I think he kind of prioritized rain and snow. I think definitely rain. Just noticing that the weather can really add a sort of background and ambiance, sort of atmosphere to a piece. The Lighthouse, what's this guy's name? Robert Eggers. I saw a great video essay explaining how Robert Eggers creates an atmosphere in the Lighthouse film, with the candles and the fog and the sort of thick smoke. And that's the same thing here. You've got this dust, which gives it's giving it a thickness, and I love it. I really, really love it. God, dude. Seriously, look at this light. Look at how this looks. It's so good. It's so good. Look at this broom. Look at that broom handle in the window. That's creating an interesting shape. You've got these slivers of his jeans here. These slivers of his jeans, which are lit, and the other sides are shadow. It's so good. It's so good. This is actually a really, really strong shot as well.
A lot of dust and grass and soil on the ground floor, so I have to clear that out.
Number 7, getting the new beams up on the mountain. This is another great example of his perfect eye for composition and framing. Check the way the sunlight, the beam of sunlight captures the dust, the sawdust. You've got to be kidding. That's so good. So simple, but it's so good. I mean, come on. Oh, God. Afternoon, shadows across this pristine white hill of snow. He's got this ivory ecru little vest on, blue sweater, yellow beanie, this great texture of the cabin of the exterior wall. Seriously beautiful. Seriously, what more could you ask for, man? God, he's got his headlamp, so he's kind of creating his own silhouette as he walks. You've got this perfect red lit construction site in the front. You've got the cabin itself creating a really striking triangular silhouette. You've got the moon, lighting this top of the car, with a nice. God. All right, we are wrapping up here. Number 8, snow has gone. Building a temporary cabin in the stone cabin. This is what I'm talking about. He's recorded this chat with his neighbor, and just the way he's done the angle, it's just so appealing. Seriously, you see movies today with $500 million budgets, and they can't capture a single conversation with as much visual intrigue as the way this guy does it.
The thing that is most...
And it's really not that hard. It's really not that hard. Create some silhouettes, create some interesting shapes, be cognizant of what your light source is, right? Instead of having a lamp in the middle of the frame and blaring the light and ruining washing out all the shadows and the kind of intricacies, hide it, put it behind something, test some different angles and see kind of where you can get the angle that most values, that most respects your subjects, your stars.
Beautiful thing to watch here. On this side, but they also cross to your side, is the chamois, the camosha.
It's really, really good.
The alpine antelope. It's I don't know what you say. I think the English call it chamois, which is the French. German call it Gemse.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Gems, it's a Dutch word. Yeah.
And so most of them usually stay further up the mountain.
Again, here he's taken this really brutal, really, really ugly, really aggressive construction light, and he's hidden it here. He's hidden it behind this wooden beam. So it's creating this backlit effect, which is really, really soft on the eyes. It's really appealing. All right, number 9, designing a crane, building an outdoor kitchen, and finishing the inner cabin. Here's the shot that made me comment on this video and say, seriously unbelievable, your style. You know, this was the precursor, the preamble to why I've made this video praising this guy's eye. Look at this shot. Look at this shot. You're joking. You're joking. Come on. He's placed the pot, the plate, whatever, at this spot. He knows what he's doing. He knows he's silhouetting it, or partially silhouetting it. He knows he's creating this hidden light source. He's such a smart photographer. He's such a smart photographer, this guy. Again, man, again, it's this sort of atmosphere that's where the poetry comes into play. You know, it's not just I'm enjoying a bowl of pasta, you know, in the Alps and the scenery is pretty. It's, you know, I'm pouring a big steaming bowl of pasta and the smoke is engulfing my silhouettes and the sunny orange of the lamp is kissing the brick which has been mined from a local granite. Do you see what I'm saying? It's this, the whole thing is just taking the artistry to a whole new level. This shot is seriously jaw-dropping. That's too good. That's really too good. It's really good. Really, really good. One of the, possibly the best composed shot I've seen in months. This is the kind of stuff you pay money for, to go to movies and see this kind of stuff. This is Deakins. This is, what's the guy's name? Christopher. This is Deakins. This is Doyle. This is Eukelis. This is really, really strong. And this is Doolaard. Martijn Doolaard. This is this guy. This is this guy's eye. Unbelievable. Really, really good. How about this? How about this? This one had me mad at myself that I hadn't already made this video. Look at this. All right, beautiful shot, beautiful shot. Will say I would have been inconsolably enamored with. I would have been beside myself if he had a little stroll. If there had been a silhouetted person strolling across the scene, you know, against this red lit. It's so good. God, it's so good, this shot. All right. Last but not least, number 10. Visiting a ghost town, a short history lesson, and installing a generator. This is his most recent video, posted 4 days ago. Just emotional, really provocative. I don't even know what that was. You know, you've got this. How about this? God damn. I want to live in this guy's head, man. He's got such a vision. I think you get the picture. Martijn Doolaard is putting out. Martijn Doolaard is putting out the best visuals right now on YouTube, and if your interest is piqued, I'm so glad, and I would love for you to give his work a look. I'm thoroughly impressed by his vision, by his commitments, his commitments to uploading, his discipline. He's building a house from scratch practically, and he's also documenting it, which is unbelievable. Really interesting guy. He's taken this journey. He's done two long, not long distance, global. He's done two global bike journeys, and I'm really inspired by this guy. I've been adopting some of his techniques, being much more mindful of, okay, if I put the lamp there, then it's, one kind of look, and if I put it there, okay, it's way more intriguing, it's way more mysterious, it's way more provocative for the audience, it's much more emotional. I've been focusing more on silhouettes. I've been really taking cues from this guy, and I've been excited. I've been wanting to go on some crazy adventure, whether it's Santiago de Compostela, de Camino, o ir andar en bici andar en bici por las Américas. Very impressive. Really impressed by his work, and only wish him more luck. And looks like the renovation. That's kind of his idea, that the renovation is not. He's not in a rush to get this place done by this coming fall. There's a certain timeline involved in his head, but it's a journey. It's the whole kind of process. He's learning. He's artistically evolving. He's really capturing a really special time in his life, and a special moment. And I think we're all sort of living vicariously through him. And it's really beautiful. It's really beautiful what he's doing. Really cool. Really admire it, and really admire him, and really admire his work, and would love for you to give it a look. Copas Chez Gabriel, number 3. Been a pleasure. And number 4, we will see what piques my interest. I've got my list, and we'll see what's good. I will see you next time. Have a good night.